1973 Constitution of the Republic of the Philippines. According to President Ferdinand Marcos, this nation can be great again. This I have said over and over. It is my article of faith and divine providence has willed that you and I can now translate this faith into deed. On January 1973, Marcos proclaimed number 1102, proclaiming that the 1973 Constitution had been ratified by the Filipino people and thereby was in effect. The result was challenged by the ratification cases heard by the Philippine Supreme Court in 1973, where the voting age was reduced from 18 to 15 years old. First, establishment of a modified parliamentary government. The object is to reform the present political structure to enhance political stability. Second, suspension of the Bill of Rights. It is one of the most important political achievements of the Filipino.
Features of 1973 Constitution 3 has given greater power to the executive departments. The executive departments of the Philippines are the largest component of the national branch of the government of the Philippines. During the presidency of Ferdinand Marcos, upon the mandate of the then 1973 constitutions, he changed the departments into ministries from 1978 to the end of his administrations. 1935 and 1973 qualification of members in 1935 Constitution, none in 1973 Constitution, qualification of members, natural-born citizen at least 35 years of age at the time of the appointment.
Qualification of members, 1973 Constitution, holder of college degree but majority including the chairman shall be members of the Philippine Bar and engage in the practice of law for at least 10 years. In case of vacancy, in 1973, appointment to any vacancy shall be only for the expired portion of the term of the predecessors. Number of members and term of office in 1973 Constitution. 9 members chairman and 8 commissioners. 3 for 7 years and 3 for 5 years and 3 for 3 years. Removal of office in 1973 is only by impeachment.
Good day everyone, my name is Mariel Buot and together with my groupmates we will talk about the 1987 Philippine Constitution. So let's start with its preamble. We, the sovereign Filipino people, imploring the aid of Almighty God in order to build a just and humane society and establish a government that shall embody our ideals and aspirations, promote the common good, conserve and develop our patrimony, and secure to ourselves and our prosperity the blessings of independence and democracy under the rule of the law and a regime of truth, justice, freedom, love, equality, and peace, do ordain and promulgate this Constitution. So, the 1987 Philippine Constitution talks about the democracy of the Philippines and its Article number 1 talks about our national territory. The national territory comprises the Philippines archipelago, with all the islands and waters embraced therein, and all other territories over which the Philippines has sovereignty or jurisdictions consisting of its terrestrial, fluvial, and aerial domains, including its territorial sea, the seabed, the subsoil, the insular shelves, and other submarine areas, the waters around, between, and connecting the islands of the archipelago, regardless of their breadths and dimensions. The Article 2 talks about the declaration of principles and state policies. Article 2 lays out the basic social and political creed of the Philippines, particularly the implementation of the constitutions, and set forth the objectives of the government. In Article 3, it talks about the Bill of Rights. Article 3 enumerates specific protections against the abuse of state power, most of which are similar to the provisions of the U.S. constitutions of public concern. Article 4 talks about citizenship. Article 4 defines citizenship of Filipinos. It enumerates two kinds of citizens: our natural born citizens and the naturalized citizens. Natural born citizens are those who are citizens from birth without having to perform any act to acquire or perfect Philippine citizenship. The Philippines follows a jus sanguinis system where citizenship is mainly acquired through a blood relationship with Filipino citizens. Natural-born citizenship forms an important part of the political system as only natural-born Filipinos are eligible to hold high offices, including all elective offices beginning with representative in the House of Representatives.
Article 5 Suffrage. Article 5 mandates various age and residence qualifications to vote in a system of secret ballots and absentee voting. It also mandates a procedure for overseas and disabled and illiterate Filipino to vote. Article 6 The Legislative Department provides for a bicameral legislature called the Congress, composed of the Senate and the House of Representatives. It based upon Congress, among other, the power of investigation and inquiry and aid legislation. Article 7. The Executive Department provides for a presidential form of government where the executive power is invested on the president.
Article 8. The Judicial Department. Article 8. The judicial power upon the Supreme Court and other lower court as may be established by the law. While the power to appoint the justice and judges to reside with the President may only appoint nominees to pre-selected by the Judicial and the Bar Council, the body composed of the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, the Secretary of Justice, the Chair of the Senate and House Committees on Justice, and a representative from the legal profession. Article 9. Constitutional Commission. Article 9, established by three constitutional commission, the Civil Service Commission, the Commission of Election, and Commission on Audit. Article 10. Local Government. Article 10 pursuant with the local autonomy mandate with Congress to enact a law of the local government, and now currently in the Local Government Code. Article 11. Accountability of the Public Office. Section 1. Public office a public trust. Public officers and employees must, and all the times, be accountable to the people, serve with the utmost responsibility, integrity, loyalty, and efficiency, act with patriotism and justice, and lead modest life.
Article 12. National Economy and Patrimony. Section 1. The goals of the national economy are more equitable distribution of opportunities, income, and wealth, a sustained increase in the amount of goods and services produced by the nation for the benefit of the people, and an expanding productivity as the key to raising the quality of life for all, especially the underprivileged. Article 13. Social Justice and Human Rights. Section 1. The Congress shall give highest priority to the enactment of measures that protect and enhance the right of all the people to human dignity, reduce social, economic, and political inequalities, and remove cultural inequities by equitably diffusing wealth and political power for the common good. To this end, the state shall regulate the acquisition, ownership, use, and disposition of property and its increments. Article 14. Education, Science and Technology, Arts, Culture and Sports. Section 1. The state shall protect and promote the right of all citizens to quality education at all levels and shall take appropriate steps to make such education accessible to all. Article 15. The Family. Section 1. The state recognizes the Filipino family as the foundation of the nation. Accordingly, It shall strengthen its solidarity and actively promote its total development. Article 16. General Provisions. Section 1. The flag of the Philippines shall be red, white, and blue, with a sun and three stars, as consecrated and honored by the people and recognized by the law. Article 17. Amendments and Revisions. Section 1. Any amendment to or revision of this Constitution may be proposed by, first, the Congress, upon a vote of 3/4 of all its members, or second, a Constitutional Convention. The last one, the Article 18. Transitory Provisions. Section 1. The first elections of members of the Congress under this Constitution shall be held on the second Monday of May 1987. The first local election shall be held on a day to be determined by the President, which may simultaneous with the election of the members of the Congress. It shall include the election of all members of the city or municipal councils in the metropolitan Manila area.